I know what it feels like to be buried under a mountain of bills. You open the mailbox and it's just another stack of demands for money you don't have. It's stressful, it's scary, and it can make you feel like you're drowning. But let me tell you something. You're not alone. Millions of people have been right where you are, and they've climbed out of that hole. And you can too. We're gonna walk through this together, step by step, and you're going to come out on the other side stronger and financially free. The first step to tackling debt is to face it head on. It might seem daunting at first, but remember, this is the beginning of your journey to financial freedom. By acknowledging your debts, you're taking the first crucial step towards regaining control over your finances. That's right, we're going to make a list of every single debt you owe. Credit cards, student loans, medical bills, personal loans, write them all down. It's important to be thorough and honest with yourself. This list is your starting point, and it needs to be as accurate as possible. Once you have all your debts listed, the next step is to add some crucial details. Next to each debt, write down the balance, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. This information will help you understand the full scope of your financial situation. Don't be scared of those numbers. They might look intimidating, but remember, this isn't about judgment, it's about taking control. Seeing everything laid out in front of you will give you a clear picture of what you're dealing with and help you make a plan to wipe it out. This process is empowering. It's the first step towards taking charge of your financial future. By understanding exactly what you owe, you can start to strategize and prioritize your payments. Maybe you'll decide to tackle the smallest debts first to gain some quick wins. Or perhaps you'll focus on the highest interest rates to save money in the long run. This isn't just about numbers on a page, it's about creating a roadmap to financial freedom. Each debt you list and each detail you add is a step towards a clearer, more manageable financial future. And trust me, when you start seeing those balances shrink, you'll be fired up. Seeing everything laid out in front of you will give you a clear picture of what you're dealing with and help you make a plan to wipe it out. This clarity is crucial. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see where you're going and what obstacles you need to overcome. And trust me, when you start seeing those balances shrink, you'll be fired up. Each payment you make, each balance that goes down, is a victory. Celebrate those small wins. They're proof that your hard work is paying off and that you're moving in the right direction. This list is your roadmap to financial freedom. Keep it somewhere you can see it every day as a reminder of what you're working towards. It's not just a list of debts, it's a symbol of your commitment to a better financial future. Keep it somewhere you can see it every day as a reminder of what you're working towards. Let it motivate you to stay on track and keep pushing forward. Every time you look at it, remember why you started this journey and how far you've come. You've got this. Now that you know what you're up against, it's time to free up some cash flow. This means taking a hard look at your current spending habits and identifying areas where you can make significant cuts. It might seem daunting at first, but remember, every small change adds up over time. Start by listing all your monthly expenses, from the biggest to the smallest. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going and help you spot the areas where you can make adjustments. We're going to cut those expenses down to the bone. Begin with the non-essentials. Do you really need that premium cable package or those multiple streaming services? Consider canceling subscriptions you rarely use. Next, look at your credit card bills. Are there any recurring charges for services you've forgotten about? It's time to get rid of them. First things first, no more frivolous spending. This means resisting the urge to buy that extra coffee on your way to work or that cute but unnecessary gadget you saw online. It's about making conscious decisions every day to prioritize your financial health over momentary pleasures. That means eating out less, cutting back on entertainment, and finding joy in simpler, more cost-effective activities. Cooking at home not only saves money but can also be a fun and rewarding experience. Instead of going out for a movie, have a movie night at home with family or friends. These small changes can make a big difference in your overall spending. And saying no to impulse buys. It's easy to get caught up in the moment and make purchases you later regret. Before buying something, ask yourself if it's something you truly need or if it's just a want. If it's the latter, put it back and walk away. Look, I get it. Sacrifices are never fun. It can be tough to change your spending habits, especially if you're used to a certain lifestyle. But remember, these sacrifices are temporary and are a means to a greater end. But think of it this way. Every dollar you don't spend on something you don't need is a dollar that goes towards crushing your debt. Visualize your financial goals and keep them in mind whenever you're tempted to spend. Whether it's paying off debt, saving for a house, or building an emergency fund, every little bit helps. Next up, create a budget. A budget is your roadmap to financial success. It helps you plan your spending, save for future goals, and ensure you're living within your means. Start by tracking your income and expenses for a month. I know, the B word. Budgets have a bad reputation for being restrictive and boring, but they don't have to be. Think of your budget as a tool that gives you control over your money rather than something that limits you. But a budget isn't about restricting you, it's about giving you control over your money. It's about making sure your money is working for you and helping you achieve your financial goals. Track your income and expenses for a month and categorize them. This will help you see where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back. See where your money is going and make adjustments as needed. And identify areas where you can cut back even further. Look for patterns in your spending and find ways to reduce costs. You'll be surprised how much you can save with a little discipline. Over time, these small changes will add up, and you'll find yourself in a much better financial position. Remember, the goal is to create a sustainable financial plan that allows you to live comfortably while also saving for the future. Now for the fun part, choosing your debt payoff strategy. This is where you get to take control of your financial future and make a plan that works best for you. It's like picking the right tool for the job. The right strategy can make all the difference in how quickly and effectively you can eliminate your debt. There are two main approaches, the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. Each has its own unique benefits and can be tailored to fit your personal financial situation. Understanding these methods will help you make an informed decision on which path to take. The debt snowball is all about building momentum. This method is particularly effective for those who need quick wins to stay motivated. By focusing on your smallest debts first, you can experience the satisfaction of eliminating debts one by one, which can be incredibly motivating. You focus on paying off your smallest debt first, regardless of interest rate, while making minimum payments on everything else. This approach allows you to see progress quickly, which can boost your confidence and keep you committed to your debt payoff journey. Once that first debt is gone, you take the money you were paying on it and add it to the payment of your next smallest debt. This creates a snowball effect, where your payments grow larger and larger, helping you pay off debts faster as you go along. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, gaining speed and power as it goes. The momentum you build can be a powerful motivator, helping you stay focused and determined to become debt-free. The debt avalanche, on the other hand, focuses on saving you the most money on interest. This method is ideal for those who are more concerned with minimizing the total cost of their debt over time. You prioritize paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, while making minimum payments on the rest. By tackling the most expensive debt first, you can reduce the amount of interest you pay overall, which can save you a significant amount of money in the long run. Both methods work, so choose the one that motivates you the most. Whether you prefer the quick wins of the debt snowball or the long-term savings of the debt avalanche, the key is to pick a strategy that you can stick with. The key is to have a plan and stick to it. Consistency and commitment are crucial to successfully paying off your debt. Remember, the best strategy is the one that keeps you motivated and on track to achieve your financial goals. So choose your weapon wisely and start your journey to financial freedom today. Listen, getting out of debt is easier when you have more money coming in. So, it's time to get creative and find ways to boost your income. Even an extra $100 or $200 a month can make a huge difference. Think about it. Could you pick up a side hustle? Drive for a ride-sharing service? Sell stuff online? There are tons of opportunities out there if you're willing to put in the work. Remember, this is temporary. Once you're debt-free, you can ease up on the side hustle and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Don't be afraid to negotiate with your creditors. Call them up and ask for lower interest rates or waived fees. The worst they can say is no, right? You'd be surprised how often they're willing to work with you, especially if you're upfront and committed to paying off your debt. And whatever you do, avoid those predatory payday loans and rent-to-own schemes like the plague. They're designed to trap you in a cycle of debt, and they'll only make your situation worse. You're better than that. You're smarter than that. You're on the path to financial freedom, and you don't need those shady tactics. I told you you could do it. It takes guts, it takes discipline, but it's possible to break free from the chains of debt and build a brighter future. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be setbacks, but don't give up. Celebrate your victories along the way, no matter how small. You've got this. Now go out there and take control of your finances. Debt freedom is possible. Start today and take control of your finances. Subscribe for more tips.